This is a weird video for Boku Academia Season 2, Episode 17. Links, as always, in the description below. Go watch it for yourself, and then come back here to see my full thoughts, ideas, and theories about this episode. And, yeah, so click away now or be spoiled as to what happened in this episode. Click away now. Okay, so, it's a cool episode. I liked it a lot. It was really, really fun to see Endeavor actually fight, like, for real. Like, I mean, he didn't go all out because, like, the one guy, I guess he might have went all out to. Well, I mean, we haven't no all out basically, but he did put up a pretty good fight with the big Nomu, the big buff one. That one, he like knocked down and then grabbed its head and just like flamethrowered it, and then just kept getting hotter and hotter and hotter until it's like a blue fire, which was super cool. And just like a roast its head off basically. Then used a little bit of fire on the kind of lengthy one, like length. Is that the right term? No, it's not the right term. The big tall one that Gran Torino was fighting. When Endeavor first showed up, he came up and burned him alive. And he burned him. That one didn't affect them at all because I guess there's a little tiny burst of fire. That even Endeavor said that usually that takes care of their villains. It's like with that kind of thing with that amount of fire. So he had like to ramp it up a bit. And then learning from that guy, he went on to like the blue fire, for the head guy, or the big buff guy, big Nomu. But yeah, it was really cool to see him kind of not only like use blue fire and all that stuff but he was like wall running and all this kind of stuff to try to catch up to the Bat Nomu, right? Like when the Bat Nomu was flying away with one of the other heroes, Endeavor was like running up the wall, and like you see like his footprint as it hits the wall, it melts and like allows a little thing to kick off, kind of thing. So he did that, and then he threw like a fire spear at the Bat Nomu, and that allowed him to drop the hero. And then Endeavor went over, jumped up and caught the hero, and I don't know exactly what he did, but he was like burning the ground as he was landing, like with the guy, and then he ran off to go chase the Nomu until at the very end we saw where he came up and he was about to go all ham on the Nomu after carrying away Midoriya, but then realized Stain was already defeated the Nomu. So it was a cool episode. I really loved all of the Stain stuff. All three of Ida, Midoriya, and Todoroki all teaming up in like a 3-hit combo sort of scenario where they waited until, or Ida, I guess that waited. Ida was able to get up again after Stain's quirk wore off, so he stood up again, and then blasted in with his quirk to did he? I can't remember if. Oh wait, he dodged, or he broke the sword of Stain because he was defending Todoroki from getting cut, like almost down the torso kind of thing. So Ida blocked that and knocked it away, breaking the sword. But then after that, he was even saying that his leg engines were not functioning properly. He was suspecting he might have blown something like that in the actual engine. Using Todoroki's ice side, he was able to cool down, or I can't remember if he's trying to cool down or trying to like fill up some holes or something like that in the actual suit. I'm not sure about that. I think it's cooling down. He was cooling down the engine so that way the engine could fire properly. But anyways, regardless, Ida goes in full sprint, like literally engines roaring, full sprint, kicking Stain out of the side. Midoriya finally gets up. His leg is badly hurt, but he's able to kick off of two things, I think. He kicks off the thing and then kicks off an ice thing to get up close to Stain. but he uses his arm in full power. Well, not full power, but powered up. Punches straight in the face. He did say that he was like he hurt his arm doing it, but it wasn't broken. Like it might have been just like a strain, a sprain. What? You might I'm all over the freaking place with words today. A sprain, or some kind of like tweak to the muscle, maybe just like a little bit past 5% power kind of thing. But he went powered up, punching straight in the face, eat it from the side. I almost half expected for Steen to just like do flips and everything, because like Ida hit him from the left side, or yeah, or no, right side. Sorry. He hit him right here on his side and made him kind of like go this way, and then that's when Midoriya punched him like over here, so almost made him kind of like if he would have kept the momentum going, he would have been like spinning basically, or I guess spin this way. Yeah. But anyways, after that, Todoroki did a full fire blast kind of thing up to him and roasted him a little bit, and then Ida had one more big kind of hit on him one last time, and then they were both falling. Todoroki saved them with the kind of slide thing, and then all goods there. Tied him up, decided to get him out of the alley kind of thing, gone to police officers, or take him to the police, to a police officer. But that's when the Batnomu came in, swept up Midoriya, and you guys know the rest. But yeah, the whole fight was really freaking cool. Like, I did love their combination powers coming together to kind of beat Stain, and he did seem very out of it, or not out of it, but he seemed very distracted and upset, like 100%, because like all the people he's been slicing and like using his quirks on and everything kept getting back up, right? Like he he couldn't get a break. He had multiple people going up against him, and he couldn't do what he was set up to do there. He was trying to defeat the Indian guy. I don't know if he's Indian or he's dressing as an Indian. I'm not sure. Him, and then I think he wanted to kill Ida as well. I know he said he didn't want to kill Midoriya, right? I can't remember if he did or not. I know he didn't have any quarrels with Todoroki, but he was going to do it regardless, because I think he just wanted to kind of get it over with. But ultimately, he was there for the pro hero, and Ida was kind of just in the way, and happened to kind of fall in with his kind of guidelines in terms of who to kill and that kind of thing. Midoriya and Todoroki showing up was definitely not to plan either, but I feel like at some point Stain said something about Midoriya and how he didn't want to kill him because he's like All Might basically in a way. And even Stain was saying how All Might is the only one worthy of striking Stain down basically. But as we know at the very end, Stain tried to was getting pissed. Like he was just like his veil came down. He saw Endeavor showing up basically, and he saw like all the other heroes and everything, and he was getting very upset. And I think that was his quirk, like in a way maybe manifesting. That won't make sense. I'm wondering if that was part of his quirk, that kind of just like pure hatred, or if that was just like everybody saw his face for the first time kind of thing, and it was just like everyone was just like tensed up because like for one they're seeing his face for the first time, two he's literally hell bent on killing pro heroes, and he has like had this big kind of monologue basically about heroes and everything like that. So all of these combined, I'm sure that's kind of like the fear like side of it. Like everyone's going like, "Oh God, this guy's like crazy," kind of thing, right? But at the same time, I could definitely see it being an additional quirk to or additional side to his existing quirk. I mean, I don't know exactly how it would fit in really with his kind of like taking the blood of the enemy to stun them. I mean, in a way, it's kind of stunning, right? Like pure fear, in their minds. Like even Endeavor started backing down, and like all the other heroes and everything were going like, oh, like falling down, kind of like, oh god, kind of thing. Um, so I could definitely see it being part of his quirk. Um, but all in all, see, I'm not sure. They never really said really if he died there or not. All he said was a rib punctured his lung, at that moment, right before he went balls to the wall crazy. Um, so I guess in a way you can say Ida helped out there, because Ida kicked him like twice, square in the chest, like a couple of times, like full force, full power. So I'm guessing those kicks did some internal damage, that not even Stain realized he had. Um, but yeah, he was standing up and he was just like defeated. Not sure if he's dead yet. We'll have to find out, I guess. Maybe next episode they'll talk about it. Um, like either offhandedly kind of thing, or news report or something like that, right? Like something's got to happen because he's a big deal hero killer kind of thing. So there's no doubt there's no way they're going to avoid talking about him after this. Um, Either by, like I said, news articles or news things popping up, other heroes talking about him, whatever. So hopefully by the next time we hear about him, we actually get some solid evidence if he is alive or dead. Um, I feel like I missed something when we were first talking about how he punctured his lung and everything. I'll have to go back and watch it for sure. Um, but yeah, it was a cool episode. Like I said, Endeavor fighting, the whole Stain encounter, was awesome, awesome, awesome. The Nomus and everything kind of went down very easily, only because they were young Nomus and they weren't mature enough, and they were going up against Endeavor. So it stands to reason they were defeated quite swift. Um, so yeah, I see. I was wondering, more so on the quirks that the Nomus had. I would love to see like them kind of go toe to toe with like a normal hero, like not Endeavor, but like go toe to toe with one of the students like that, right? And then like we kind of get the understanding of like what their quirks were, before Endeavor comes in to like attack him, kind of thing. Because we know the big tall one, the first one, Endeavor killed. Um, or I guess they didn't kill him; they just knocked him down. Or I guess Grand did. Um, he knocked him down into the street, and they tied him up and everything like that. But uh, he had, what was it? It was absorption and some word to describe like the explosion kind of thing that he does. He sucked up the power and then kind of like exploding it out. And it seemed like he was also very quick as well, to some degree. Um, the big buff guy, of course, being super freaking strong. I'm not sure if there's anything else that we saw to add to his quirk, list, because we know all the Nomus have at least 4 abilities, right? The Bat one, who Zerdarian let me know last week, happened to be the kid, from the flashbacks when, Bakugo was a kid, and well, Bakugo and um, uh, freaking Deku, Midoriya, when they were both kids, that one kind of Tribuke with the bat wings and everything, he turned into that Nomu, um, which I still really want to know like how that went down and everything. Um, but yeah, so we know that he has like bat wings and everything. That's one of his abilities. Um, Other than that, I'm not sure if we ever saw any kind of other additional effects or quirks that that Nomu did. Um, I mean, he was using his bat wings constantly, and he was lifting people up with his claws and everything. So, I mean, that kind of just goes along with the whole bat thing. So, I'm not sure if they ever showed anything. If I did miss anything, let me know down below. Sadly, I don't have Xandarium in call with me right now. I'm recording this super late at night, as you can tell with the lights and everything. I was doing a lot of stuff today, so I couldn't record it right away. But uh, by the time I recorded this video and everything, during was already offline. So I want to say big thanks to Try also. He helped me with the time codes when I was ready to do it, kind of thing. So thank you, Try. So yeah, I think that's it. Is there anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? I think that's it. I think I covered everything. Let me know down below what you guys thought of this episode and all that good stuff. Obviously, no spoilers. I know the sub is already out for you guys, and you guys have been watching that probably. But no spoilers. Stick with dub content. Or I guess base any kind of talks and everything on the episode the dub is out currently. So, for instance, episode 17. So don't go any further with talking anything like that. Don't hint. Don't anything. No spoilers or anything beyond this point right now. Think of not only me, but other people who have not seen the future episodes. Don't spoil it for them either. You're just going to be a huge dick to everybody. So no spoilers. If you do spoil, my moderators will delete your comment, and I will not see it. I will not read it, kind of thing. So if you want to talk to me, and you want to talk to other people in the comments and everything like that, no spoilers, no hints at anything. Don't even mention the future content. Nothing. Stay away from it. Don't do anything. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next reaction. Thank you, everybody.